Sweet potatoes are one of the healthiest foods on the planet, but only if you eat them the right way. Most people think of sweet potatoes as a harmless comfort food. But what if we told you that combining them with the wrong ingredients could quietly trigger chronic bloating, belly fat, gut inflammation, and even raise your risk of memory loss or cancer? Sounds extreme? Unfortunately, the science is clear. Sweet potatoes are loaded with nutrients. They're rich in antioxidants, fiber, complex carbs, and beta-carotene, a true superfood recognized even by the World Health Organization. But here's the problem. Even the healthiest food can backfire when paired with the wrong things. And chances are you're making at least one of these mistakes every week without knowing it. In today's video, you'll discover the 3 worst food combinations with sweet potatoes that silently harm digestion and metabolism, the 3 smartest pairings that boost nutrient absorption, support gut health, and protect your brain, and the little-known link between sweet potatoes, your gut, and long-term disease prevention, including cancer and dementia. So if you're over 60 and looking for real, natural ways to stay sharp, move easier, and feel lighter, stay with us. This could be the most important food pairing guide you watch all year. And don't forget, if you're serious about eating smarter as you age, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. At its Better Health, we turn everyday foods into powerful tools for healing. Now, let's uncover why sweet potatoes earn the title superfood, and why that title only matters if you use them the right way. Part 1. Why sweet potatoes are a true superfood. Sweet potatoes aren't just cozy comfort food. They're one of the most nutrient-dense, immune-boosting, and gut-friendly foods on Earth, if you use them wisely. In fact, the World Health Organization has recognized sweet potatoes as one of the most important immune-supporting foods available today, and it's not hard to see why. Just one medium-sized sweet potato contains over 300% of your daily vitamin A needs, thanks to its rich beta-carotene content, a powerful antioxidant that protects your eyes, strengthens your immune system, and shields your skin from premature aging. A generous dose of fiber, both soluble and insoluble, which plays a critical role in maintaining a healthy gut, stabilizing blood sugar levels, and supporting regular digestion. A unique kind of complex carbohydrate that digests slowly, providing your body with long-lasting energy without the dangerous blood sugar spikes that come from refined starches. And an impressive mix of vitamin C, potassium, calcium, and iron, nutrients essential for everything from blood pressure control to bone strength and oxygen delivery. But what truly makes sweet potatoes a superfood for seniors is how they serve multiple functions at once. They nourish your gut, energize your body, and protect your brain, all without adding stress to your digestive system. They're naturally low in fat, free of cholesterol, gluten-free, and remarkably versatile, delicious whether boiled, roasted, steamed, or baked. So whether you're someone who wants to protect your vision, stabilize your metabolism, support your heart, or simply age with more ease and strength, sweet potatoes can be a daily ally on your plate. But, and this is important, all of those benefits depend entirely on how you eat them. Pair them wrong, and you could be undoing the very effects you're counting on. Coming up next, we reveal the 3 food combinations you must avoid when eating sweet potatoes, especially if you want to protect your gut, your brain, and your long-term health. Part 2. 3 worst combinations with sweet potatoes. Worst combo. 1. Raw sweet potatoes, the gut wreck. You've probably seen it on health blogs or raw food websites. Claims that raw sweet potatoes are a great source of fiber and gut-cleansing enzymes. But here's the truth. Eating raw sweet potatoes is one of the fastest ways to irritate your gut, especially if you're over 60. Why? Because raw sweet potatoes contain a natural sugar called raffinose. This sugar ferments in the gut during digestion, producing excess carbon dioxide gas. And that leads to uncomfortable symptoms like bloating, cramping, excessive gas, and in some cases, chronic indigestion. For seniors, especially those with a slower digestive system or sensitive gut, this isn't just an annoyance. Over time, repeated fermentation can disrupt the gut microbiome, increase inflammation, and even contribute to intestinal polyps, a risk factor for colon cancer. But that's not all. Raw sweet potatoes also contain trypsin inhibitors, compounds that block the enzymes your body uses to break down protein. If you combine raw sweet potatoes with eggs, meats, or protein-rich foods, your body struggles to digest it properly. That means less nutrient absorption and more digestive stress, the exact opposite of what you want from a superfood. Here's the good news. These problems disappear when sweet potatoes are cooked. Boiling, steaming, or baking destroys the harmful compounds while unlocking all the powerful nutrients inside. It also improves texture, flavor, and digestibility, making sweet potatoes truly healing instead of harmful. So, if you've ever tossed raw sweet potato slices into a salad, or juiced them into a smoothie thinking it's healthier, now you know better. From today, make this your new mantra. Raw no more. Your gut will thank you for it. Worst combo 2. Fried or dried sweet potatoes. The hidden sugar bomb. Let's be honest, who doesn't love crispy sweet potato fries or chewy dried sweet potato snacks? They feel comforting, satisfying, even natural. But here's the truth no one tells you. Fried and dried sweet potatoes are blood sugar disasters, especially for seniors. It all starts with one word: concentration. When sweet potatoes are fried or dried, they lose a large amount of water. What's left behind is a concentrated source of starch and sugar, far more dense in calories, carbs, and glycemic load than their boiled or steamed counterparts. Let's break it down. When you boil them, they retain a good amount of water, which helps dilute their natural sugars. You get about 140 calories per 100 grams, and the glycemic load stays low, meaning it won't spike your blood sugar. This is the safest and most blood sugar-friendly option, especially for seniors and diabetics. When you bake them, you lose more water, and the sugars become slightly more concentrated. A baked sweet potato has about 150 calories per 100 grams, and its glycemic load moves into the medium range. Still acceptable, but not ideal if you're eating it alongside other high-carb foods. Now here's where things get risky. Dried sweet potatoes, like those chewy snack slices you find in health food stores, have lost nearly all their water. What's left is pure concentrated sugar and starch. You're looking at around 350 calories per 100 grams, and the glycemic load jumps to high. That means your blood sugar could spike rapidly, just like it would with candy. And finally, fried sweet potatoes, like fries, chips, or wedges cooked in oil, are the worst of all. Not only do they contain over 350 calories per 100 grams, but they also absorb inflammatory cooking oils. The glycemic load becomes very high, and the added fats make them especially harmful for your heart, waistline, and insulin sensitivity. That means the dried version in your pantry or those healthy sweet potato chips you snack on. They're closer to candy than you think. But there's more. Frying sweet potatoes adds unhealthy fats and inflammatory oils that increase bad cholesterol, trigger insulin resistance, and worsen joint and cardiovascular inflammation. This combination, high heat, low water, added fat, creates a metabolic landmine. If you have diabetes or pre-diabetes, high blood pressure, chronic inflammation, or are struggling with weight management, then these tasty treats could quietly undo the very benefits sweet potatoes were supposed to offer. And let's not forget dried sweet potato snacks. They may look wholesome, but the concentrated sugars cause sharp blood sugar spikes, especially when eaten on an empty stomach. That's why so many seniors report feeling sluggish, bloated, or sleepy after snacking on dried slices, even if the package says organic or natural. The solution? Stick to sweet potatoes in their hydrated whole form, boiled, steamed, or roasted, without oil. And whenever possible, leave the skin on to boost fiber and reduce glycemic impact. You'll still enjoy the rich flavor, warm texture, and comfort of sweet potatoes, but without the sugar crash or inflammation spike. So the next time you're tempted by sweet potato fries or chewy dried snacks, ask yourself, do I want a treat that tricks my body or food that truly nourishes it? Boiling is better, and your metabolism will thank you. Worst combo. 3. Sweet potatoes plus peanuts, the fat starch trap. Peanuts are often praised as a heart-healthy snack. They're packed with plant-based protein, healthy fats, and they taste great. But when you combine peanuts with sweet potatoes, especially in the same meal, you create a metabolic problem that many seniors don't see coming. It's what we call the fat starch trap. Let's break it down. Sweet potatoes are rich in complex carbohydrates, which is great when eaten on their own or with lean proteins. Peanuts, on the other hand, are dense in fats and calories, even if they're considered healthy fats. When you put these two together, carbs plus fats, your body enters a tricky zone. Here's what happens. The carbs from sweet potatoes signal your body to release insulin. The fats from peanuts slow down digestion, which might seem helpful at first. But this slower process means more time for excess carbs to be stored as fat, particularly visceral fat, the dangerous kind that builds up around your organs and abdomen. Now think about this. Many people enjoy peanut butter on roasted sweet potato toast or mashed sweet potatoes with chopped peanuts in savory dishes. These combinations taste comforting, even trendy, but over time they can slow your metabolism, promote fat storage, and increase inflammation, especially in older adults with lower insulin sensitivity. And remember, as we age, our metabolism naturally slows down. We no longer burn carbs and fats as efficiently as we did at 30 or 40. So pairing two calorie-dense ingredients together can quietly lead to weight gain, increased belly fat, and a higher risk of metabolic syndrome. So what's the fix? We're not saying you can never enjoy peanuts. Just don't eat them at the same time as sweet potatoes. Instead, enjoy your sweet potatoes with lean protein or fiber-rich vegetables, and save your peanuts or peanut butter for another time of day, maybe as a snack with celery or in a smoothie with berries and flax seeds. Or better yet, swap peanuts for a lighter fat when enjoying sweet potatoes, like a few slices of avocado or a drizzle of olive oil. These options provide healthy fats without overwhelming your system with excess calories and starch at once. So remember, just because two foods are healthy on their own doesn't mean they're healthy together. Sweet potatoes and peanuts? Delicious, but dangerous when combined. Choose wisely and your body will reward you with energy, clarity, and strength. Part 3. 3 best combinations with sweet potatoes. Best combo number 1. Sweet potatoes plus apples, the Gut Guardian combo. Sweet potatoes are already a fantastic source of fiber and antioxidants. But when you pair them with one simple, familiar fruit, the apple, something remarkable happens inside your gut. You create a gut-healing synergy that improves digestion, reduces inflammation, and boosts nutrient absorption, all in one meal. Here's how it works. Apples contain a unique form of soluble fiber called pectin. When pectin reaches your intestines, it turns into a gel-like substance that coats and protects your gut lining, traps and removes toxins, slows digestion to allow better absorption of vitamins and minerals, including the beta-carotene and potassium in sweet potatoes. At the same time, apples bring in malic acid and tartaric acid, two natural compounds that enhance the digestion of starchy foods, exactly what sweet potatoes are. That's why, when you eat sweet potatoes alone, you might sometimes feel full, sluggish, or even bloated. But when you combine them with apples, your digestive system works smoother, with less gas, less heaviness, and more energy after eating. And it doesn't stop there. Pectin has been shown in studies to feed good gut bacteria like bifidobacteria, block harmful microbes from taking hold, and lower inflammation in people with IBS, leaky gut, or chronic constipation. It's a gut-friendly powerhouse, and sweet potatoes make it even stronger. So what does this mean in practice? Try this simple combo. Sweet potato plus apple curry. Cube both. Sauté with olive oil, turmeric, and a touch of cinnamon for a warm, immune-boosting, gut-loving dish. Or roast sweet potato wedges and toss with chopped raw apple, walnuts, and a drizzle of lemon juice. It's sweet, it's savory, and your digestion will love you for it. Quick note, leave the apple skin on. That's where most of the pectin lives. And aim for organic apples if possible, since conventional apples are among the most pesticide-treated fruits. In the end, this pairing is more than just tasty. It's a smart, science-backed way to turn two everyday ingredients into a healing meal, one that supports your gut, fuels your energy, and keeps inflammation in check as you age. Apple plus sweet potato equals gut protection, immune support, and digestive ease. Try it this week and feel the difference. Best combo number 2, sweet potatoes plus tomatoes, the anti-cancer duo. Sweet potatoes are already a champion when it comes to fighting inflammation, improving digestion, and supporting long-term energy. But when you combine them with another everyday superfood, tomatoes, you unlock a whole new level of cancer-fighting, heart-protecting power. Why are these two such a perfect match? Let's start with tomatoes. Tomatoes are packed with a bright red antioxidant called lycopene, a compound that research shows can reduce the risk of several cancers, especially colon and lung cancer, protect cells from oxidative damage, lower LDL cholesterol and support healthy arteries, and reduce inflammation across the entire body. But here's what makes the pairing with sweet potatoes so powerful. Sweet potatoes are high in pantothenic acid, vitamin B5, which plays a crucial role in balancing cortisol levels, your stress hormone, supporting healthy blood pressure, and enhancing the body's detox process. They're also loaded with potassium, and so are tomatoes. In fact, both of these foods are among the best plant-based sources of potassium, which helps flush excess sodium from your system, reduce water retention, and relax blood vessels, improving circulation and protecting your heart. That's why this combo is especially powerful for people dealing with high blood pressure, chronic stress, or a family history of colon or cardiovascular disease. But here's something even more fascinating. Lycopene becomes more bioavailable when cooked, meaning your body absorbs it better. And when it's paired with a healthy fat like olive oil, its absorption increases even more. So what's the perfect way to enjoy this combo? Try this. Lightly sauté fresh tomatoes in extra virgin olive oil, then serve them over baked sweet potato wedges with herbs like rosemary or thyme. Or make a warm stew using cubed sweet potatoes, canned tomatoes, garlic, and a pinch of black pepper. A comforting anti-inflammatory meal that supports your gut, your brain, and your heart. You'll be getting soluble fiber from sweet potatoes to support colon health, lycopene from tomatoes to fight oxidative stress, and a potassium boost to keep your blood pressure in check. Pro tip: always cook your tomatoes lightly, not too long, not too raw. This preserves the texture while enhancing their antioxidant power. And choose red or deep orange tomatoes for the highest lycopene content. Together, these two ingredients form a synergistic duo that works quietly, meal by meal, to support longevity and reduce disease risk. So the next time you're roasting sweet potatoes or making a soup, don't forget the tomatoes. They're more than just a garnish. They're a shield for your heart, a weapon against cancer, and a friend to your future self. Best combo number 3. Sweet potatoes plus yogurt plus radish, the digestive rescue. Have you ever eaten sweet potatoes and felt like they just sat there in your stomach? A sense of fullness that lasts too long, or even that dry throat feeling that makes them hard to swallow. That's because while sweet potatoes are rich in fiber and starch, both great for energy, they can be a little heavy to digest on their own, especially for older adults with slower metabolism. That's where this unlikely pairing comes in: yogurt and radish. Together, they transform sweet potatoes from a dense, starchy food into a smooth, soothing digestive experience. Why yogurt? Yogurt is one of nature's best digestive allies. It's packed with probiotics, beneficial bacteria that help rebalance your gut microbiome, organic acids that gently break down tough starches, digestive enzymes that assist in fiber breakdown. When paired with sweet potatoes, yogurt helps prevent gas and bloating, improve nutrient absorption, soothe the gut lining, and reduce the heaviness often associated with fiber-rich meals. But the pairing gets even better. Why add radish? Radishes contain a natural enzyme called diastase, which is especially effective at breaking down starch, the main component in sweet potatoes. In traditional digestive medicine, like Ayurveda and Eastern traditions, radish has long been used to improve bile flow, reduce fermentation in the gut, and stimulate natural enzyme production. When you combine all three, sweet potatoes, yogurt, and radish, you create a complete digestive formula. Prebiotic fiber from sweet potato, probiotics from yogurt, natural enzymes from radish. This trio helps support regularity, reduce inflammation, and keep your gut microbiome thriving, which in turn supports everything from mood to immune function. Try it like this. Roast sweet potato slices with a pinch of cinnamon. Add a dollop of plain Greek yogurt on top. Then scatter thinly sliced raw radish over it. Optional, drizzle with a little raw honey or lemon juice for a refreshing, gut-friendly dish. Quick caution. While this combo is excellent during the daytime, avoid eating it late at night. That's when your metabolism slows, and combining dairy with dense carbs can cause fermentation, bloating, or disrupted sleep, especially if you have blood sugar or kidney issues. So enjoy it as a midday lunch or early dinner when your digestive fire is strongest. Final thought. This isn't just about digestion. It's about feeling light, energized, and comfortable after you eat. It's about turning everyday ingredients into meals that love you back. Sweet potato plus yogurt plus radish is more than a recipe. It's a rescue plan for your gut, gentle, natural, and proven to work. Part 4. The gut, brain, longevity connection. We often think of the gut and brain as separate, but science now tells us they're deeply connected, and sweet potatoes sit right at the center of that relationship. In fact, your gut is sometimes called your second brain. And that's not just a poetic nickname. It's backed by over 2,000 nerve fibers that link your digestive system directly to your central nervous system. This is known as the gut-brain axis. When your gut is inflamed, out of balance, or overloaded with the wrong foods, it sends distress signals to your brain. The results? Brain fog, mood swings, poor memory, disrupted sleep, and even increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. But the good news is, nourishing your gut can calm your brain, sharpen your thinking, and even help you age more gracefully, mentally and emotionally. That's where sweet potatoes come in. How sweet potatoes feed the gut-brain axis. Sweet potatoes are rich in prebiotic fiber, a special kind of fiber that feeds the good bacteria in your gut. These microbes help regulate neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, cognitive function and memory, and even your immune system's ability to detect and destroy abnormal cells. In other words, eating sweet potatoes can support mental clarity, mood stability, emotional resilience, and better protection against long-term neurological decline. But that's not all. Sweet potatoes, especially orange and purple varieties, are loaded with antioxidants like beta-carotene, anthocyanins, chlorogenic acid. These compounds fight oxidative stress, protect nerve tissue, and have even been shown in lab studies to reduce colon cancer cell activity by up to 70%, inhibit early tumor growth, and support detox pathways in both the liver and intestines. When you pair sweet potatoes with other gut-friendly anti-inflammatory foods like tomatoes, yogurt, or leafy greens, these protective effects multiply. You're not just eating for energy. You're eating to protect your DNA, balance your hormones, and keep your brain sharp for years to come. A simple rule to remember. Eat them cooked with skin on, paired with whole foods. Eat them slowly, not rushed, not fried. And eat them with intention, not just out of habit. Because what you eat doesn't just affect your stomach. It touches every system in your body, including the one that defines your memories, your mood, and your sense of self. Part 5. Timing and who should be cautious. You've learned that sweet potatoes can be a superfood, if prepared and paired properly. But there's one final piece that matters just as much: when you eat them, and whether your body is ready to handle them. Let's start with timing, because when it comes to digestion and energy, timing is everything. Number 1. Morning or early afternoon. This is the ideal window. Your metabolism is most active during these hours, and your body is primed to handle complex carbohydrates like those found in sweet potatoes. The slow-digesting starches provide sustained energy without causing spikes or crashes. The fiber helps you stay full longer, making it a great choice for breakfast or lunch. And because sweet potatoes are naturally sweet, they can curb sugar cravings later in the day. Try a warm sweet potato mash for breakfast, or a hearty sweet potato salad for lunch with leafy greens and olive oil. Number 2. Before a workout. If you enjoy walking, swimming, or doing any form of gentle exercise, sweet potatoes are an excellent pre-workout fuel. They're rich in potassium, which supports muscle contraction, prevents leg cramps, helps regulate fluid balance. Eat them 45-60 minutes before your activity, paired with a bit of protein or healthy fat, like a boiled egg or a spoonful of almond butter. Number 3. During cold weather. In traditional Eastern medicine, sweet potatoes are considered a warming food. That means they help stimulate circulation, nourish the lungs, and fortify immunity during colder months. So if you're recovering from illness, feeling sluggish in winter, or dealing with joint stiffness, sweet potatoes, baked or steamed with warming spices like cinnamon or ginger, can be your best friend. Sweet potatoes are safe for most people, but depending on your health condition and how you prepare them, some caution is needed. 1. People with diabetes or blood sugar concerns. While sweet potatoes have a lower glycemic index than white potatoes, that only applies to boiled or steamed versions, and eaten in moderate amounts. Fried or baked until dry forms spike blood sugar quickly. Stick to small portions cooked with the skin and pair with fiber or protein. 2. People with kidney disease. Sweet potatoes are high in potassium, which is great for most people. But for those with reduced kidney function, excess potassium can build up in the blood and cause dangerous complications. Always check with your doctor if you have kidney issues before adding sweet potatoes to your diet regularly. 3. Those with IBS or sensitive digestion. Sweet potatoes contain raffinose, a natural sugar that may cause gas and bloating in some individuals, especially if undercooked or eaten in large amounts. Solution: always cook thoroughly. Eat them during the day when digestion is strongest, and avoid pairing them with heavy fats or late-night meals. Should you eat sweet potatoes at night? In most cases, no. At night, your metabolism slows down. Combining sweet potatoes with dairy, like yogurt, or heavy meals after 7 p.m. can lead to fermentation in the gut, cause bloating or reflux, and disrupt sleep quality. Save sweet potatoes for earlier in the day when your digestive fire is active and your body can actually use that energy. Eat sweet potatoes cooked, never raw. Choose boiled or steamed, not fried. Enjoy during daytime hours, not late at night. Adjust portion size if you have blood sugar, kidney, or gut concerns. Pair with smart ingredients, not sugar, not processed fats. Sweet potatoes are powerful, but like all good things, they work best when used wisely and intentionally. Conclusion: sweet potatoes are more than just a tasty side dish. They are one of nature's most powerful healing foods, but only when we eat them wisely. You've learned today that the same sweet potato can either calm your gut or disrupt it, protect your brain or cloud your memory, reduce inflammation or feed it, all depending on how you prepare it, when you eat it, and what you pair it with. And that's the heart of the message from It's Better Health. Health isn't just about what you eat. It's about how you eat it. With awareness, with balance, with care. You now know the 3 worst combinations to avoid: raw, fried, dried, and peanuts, all of which quietly sabotage the power of sweet potatoes. The 3 best combinations: apples for gut protection, tomatoes for disease prevention, and yogurt with radish for smooth digestion. And the importance of timing and preparation, because food can heal, but only if we give it the right conditions to work. So now it's your turn. Will you try your sweet potatoes boiled with a touch of cinnamon and Greek yogurt? Or roast them with tomatoes and olive oil for a heart-loving lunch? Maybe you'll sauté apples and sweet potatoes with turmeric for a gut-nourishing curry. Whatever you choose, make it intentional. Because every small step you take toward better food choices is a powerful investment in your future. And remember, your age doesn't define your health. Your habits do. If this video helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a neighbor, a sibling, someone who loves sweet potatoes but might not know the science behind them. Comment below, what's your favorite way to eat sweet potatoes? Let's build a recipe exchange in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to It's Better Health and turn on the bell so you never miss our weekly deep dives on the best ways to eat, move, and age gracefully. At It's Better Health, we believe in simple food, smart science, and stronger lives. Until next time, eat with wisdom, live with intention, and take care of the body that's carried you this far. You're worth it.